essentially back in real time, present day. We are going to split this episode into two. The first is going to be the month following up to a certain event.
Oh, okay.
I'm telling you this to create tension. So, right after you've returned, Stella explains to you that she intends to...
exile us?
What? No, she's spoken with her father, and she intends to travel up to the quarry and try to bargain with the kobolds. See if she can get some worth out of it.
Herself?
What?
What? Herself?
Who is she gonna send?
She's going to go with the guard captain.
Yeah.
Guard captain Janica and
more guards. I hope.
More guards.
Yeah.
Not to piss her off any more than she already is, of course, but you're gonna talk to them?
Well, I suppose there's not much we can do. They're currently occupying the caverns.
Crossbows, milady. It worked just
My father
fine.
has decided that essentially we intend to have them work for us. In return, we will give them the cave and perhaps provision them with food. It's fine. And
Cheap labor.
we will provision them with food. They will be labor for us. We will have the quarry resume, and if there's another incident, it won't be happening to our people. Is the idea.
I underestimated you. That is a rather brilliant idea. I like it. Well done, lady. You have my full support.
Thank you. It means a lot.
Like she needs it.
It feels strange. I walk away. But
Okay.
I agree with her for the first time ever
Well,
about slave labor. Apparently.
it's not slave labor. They're getting paid in food.
Yeah,
Only food.
they're not. They're not totally dependent on something. No.
They're non-humans.
And
It's
dresses.
fine.
Oh, wow. Talking about, like, racism here.
Just
Alright.
actual racism.
And none of us
Non-humans as we.
are lesser. Let's drop
Lesser.
that.
Yeah,
You're-
basically all of us.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Well, Gethryn told us about how they seemed capable of at least bargaining for some things.
Stealing things.
They actually know the caves and what the fuck is in them.
Indeed. Does anyone wish to join us?
Well, as the head accountant, I can probably go there and try to discuss. But they speak a different language than me, so we need
Oh,
a
that's
translator.
Yeah, I was getting to that.
Gethryn.
Do they have
Can talk
anyone
to them.
else speaking Draconic?
No, we do
We
not.
we do not
So-
speak lizard.
I'm sensing a slight shift of tone here towards the Dragonborn.
Well, I thought he was a great warrior, but he just bargained with them.
He's a
Oh,
false
wow.
god.
That's gonna take
He
some
uses his
time.
brain.
You have been demoted to lizard man.
Whoopa!
They're
Yeah.
too far apart, Chris.
What?
Your book thingies.
All right. But if we're going there,
There we go.
brother, are you going there really?
Might as well. We aren't collecting in the taxes anytime soon. So, might as well.
Well, I'm not going. I'm staying behind. I need to start construction on the church.
You do that. Come. When I come back, we'll talk about the finances.
Yeah.
Try to plan out. Let's go and see which people to hire, how much they take. and
Yeah,
everything
brother, do you
like
need a
that.
crossbow? I have one.
Yes, please.
I hand him my crossbow.
Yes.
With
So
all the
who's
kobold
going
slaying
with-
bolts.
Kobold!
Oh, Asta, by the way, do you remember when Stella's birthday is? Because I don't.
Please tell us.
Otherwise, that's in 2 months.
You're her
Okay, that's in 2 months.
It's in 2 months.
sister. You should
Astra
know.
knows, I don't.
Is she a good sister?
Of course, I'm a good sister. I
Harsh
know.
beans.
Wow.
Well,
However, I was thinking on staying behind to keep father company while you're gone.
What the fuck? Chris disappeared. Oh no!
What's his ass doing in the frame?
what?
It's not in the frame.
Wait.
Was it?
Ah, almost.
Just out.
Oh, okay. I have to get new things for this pen.
You need a
New
pen.
things.
Do you need a pen?
Yes, I do. My 60 crown pen broke.
It hit the lamp.
That was actually talented. It's like the one tree in the desert and you hit it.
Let's say you had about 90 degrees to work with, and you hit like the 2 degrees.
I would say that it's probably 1 degree.
Yes. Ooh, it's a...
The inborn killing instinct.
Thank you. So, again, going is Gethrin and Alder.
I'm staying with
You're
father.
staying with father, and Unger is building his church.
Yeah, and keeping the Lord sane, healthy,
Which lord?
and hale.
Indeed.
The old man that keeps us in money.
Okay, so
Lord God.
not your
In the money.
lord.
What?
Keep the lord
There's
safe.
no Lord up there.
There's no God.
Yeah, in my room I'm like looking in the mirror, but there is no God.
Trying to
And then
tell
wait,
myself
wait,
every
oh
day.
yes, change. God. Yes.
You have to kind of
The- I practice in front of the mirror every morning just to get that stupid smile on my face, like sunshine.
Method acting.
away fly.
Yes.
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 Sorry.
That's what routine.
Yes. So, because I want to kind of do this relatively quickly,
Yeah.
we're just gonna do a few rolls. If you feel like you have any skills that will help in the dealing with Gritmaw, which I believe was the name of the kobold leader,
Sounds familiar.
yes, just roll, and I will make a roll for Stella.
Dear God. Okay, can I use intimidation?
Absolutely.
Oh, fuck, I have to have him to translate
How
my
do you
shit.
use it?
Fuck. I can't use intimidation. Or I can use
Well,
intimidation
physical.
through him.
Physical, yeah, exactly.
For them.
Physical intimidation.
Just punch him.
I don't think...
Didn't
I'm
one,
a gnome,
didn't one
I'm a
of the
crossbow!
kobolds speak
I don't hear what you're saying. So.
Didn't one of the kobolds speak common?
I'm pretty sure they spoke common. Yes.
Yeah, because the miners spoke common, so
Oh. Never mind.
they're like the French. They
So
understand you. They
explain
don't.
to me what you're doing.
Okay. So, Alder at least, in this journey to...
Koboldia.
Yes. Koboldia.
that
Yes,
the name?
sure.
No,
No.
I just
To the kobold home.
to the
Of the-
kobold hole.
Yeah. So
Charming.
I'm gonna try to speak with them, reason with them, get as low as a price as I can, so it is technically not slavery.
And you're doing this through intimidation.
No, I'm gonna go ahead and use persuasion
All right. And
because that's probably a better deal.
I see. And Gethrin, what do you do?
I don't really want to use the intimidation when Stella's near.
Why
If
not?
either of you succeed in your roll, Stella's gonna have an advantage
Ah.
Okay,
to her roll.
Okay.
cool. What are you gonna use?
What are you
Not
gonna-
intimidation, right?
No, I don't think that's a
I mean,
idea.
I don't really like these sheets because they don't have accounting,
Yeah.
but persuasion.
Persuasion.
Will have
You
to.
just have to be creative.
Yeah.
Persuasion times 2. God damn it.
Well, I got a 17.
That's a success.
Oh, fuck off.
What did you roll?
Okay.
3 plus, what is it, 4? So
7.
7?
So you just flub it. You know, I think it's a good idea.
I don't know.
I don't know
Could
much
be.
about money. Mom always said.
3 eggs in a basket.
All right, but she gets an advantage to this,
Cool.
so she needs to beat a roll of 20. She has +5, and she gets a reroll. It's a 10. It's an 8.
So the kobolds own your ass.
No, that's 15, which is
We're
a
all
partial
dead.
success.
Okay.
So, Astra through Gethrin, which we can assume
Stella?
blame the... oh wait, no, they do speak common. There's some language barriers. They speak common. They don't speak perfect common.
Broken common.
Broken common.
Ghetto common.
There's some haggling back and forth. There's talk about dresses, for example.
I suspected as much.
And finally,
dresses.
Astra and Gritmaw... No,
Stella.
Stella, sorry, and Gritmaw shake hands. You're so similar, I can't tell you apart.
One is human.
Stella and...
One is a demon.
Yes.
The horns?
I'm not.
Wait, didn't I tell
Oh,
you Stella is a demon? No. Stella and Gritmaw shake hands, but Stella doesn't look super happy, but then again, neither does Gritmaw. The deal, she explains to you on the way back, is that they will have full rain over the tunnels, and they will provide 2 carts of stone every 2 weeks, which is 1 cart less than you used to have. And in return, they will get clothes, which they will have to buy through Rosamunda, so that's a cutting of the profit. And they will also get paid in food.
So we're going to have fat kobolds dressed in dresses. Waltzing
It could have
around
been
in the
worse.
cave.
You're not making as much profit now as you did when you have a full team of miners. On the other hand, they live in the mines. They don't drink their stuff away. And
It's
hopefully,
Gethrin's legacy.
hopefully you won't have to.
Yes, we're rid of the zombies. Damn him!
No.
Hopefully we won't have to deal with any more zombies.
We'll probably just have to up the prices of the stone, I guess.
Probably.
What?
How?
So that
You
all
want a
this
stone?
takes just about a week, and meanwhile Astra is taking care of Lord Richard Gall. And well, you can roll medicine actually if you want.
Could I do that too?
No,
because
you're building a temple.
yeah, well,
You can roll, and if you succeed, Astra will have advantage.
on medicine
Yes.
because I know that shit.
Because there's also the fact that neither of, especially Astra, is not very fond of talking with you.
Right.
she
And
only
you,
gets
and
plus
you consider
2.
her a demon.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm just going past when she's like, not the leeches. Try the other box, and I move away.
Do you bond over
24.
this?
No,
or-
24 was my total. So
That's a success. So Astra, you will have an advantage to your medicine roll.
thank God for that.
Advantage mean I can roll again.
Yes.
Yes, and pick
I'm
the
assuming that
highest
was not a
of
very
the
good roll.
I can just hear it.
11.
11.
You killed him. Not the leeches
if
in
you
the
say
neck
that-
area.
Stella,
I'm
I'm
gonna
sorry,
cry.
but your father died.
You didn't kill
him
your
soup
father,
with a spoon. Slip
but
on.
he certainly isn't looking healthier. He's sleeping most of the day, and whatever time he's awake is usually he asks to be seated so he can look out over the islands. He has a little balcony that he can be wheeled to.
I wasn't really thinking about medicine in taking care of, like bringing him tea and fluffing his pillows and keeping him company.
You're doing your best,
Yeah.
Don't
but
push him out. Do not.
you should push him out.
No!
But why did I hear that?
Pushing over
So
the
what-
balcony?
what-
What's this consciousness?
Get all the inheritance.
No, he if you'd succeeded, he would have been more awake.
Yeah, okay.
So not a terrible result.
He's a sleepy man.
Yes.
I do what I can.
Yes.
It's
You-
not my strength.
Alna, the daughter of
What did you say?
what now?
Oh man, God damn you did.
What
You
did you say?
forgot about that, didn't you?
Yeah, I
You
totally
need to
forgot
closer
about
to the mic, David.
Okay,
Leave
so
the
last
meat.
time
Oh,
I started with the doll suddenly talking.
You're terrible.
Strip the meat
Absolutely
of the
terrible.
bones. Cleave the meat.
No,
Cut
the
the
doll
flesh.
isn't even there. It's not talking to you, and it wouldn't ask you to do that against the Lord.
No,
Would
it's
it?
just in general, cleave the meat.
Caress the meat.
What?
Shut up.
Tenderize.
You do, however, spend some time with Alna, the daughter of Yannicka, the guard captain. And Alna, who you know is a close friend of Gethrin, is of course very interested to hear about any stories you might have to share. She brings food to him from the kitchen, so... Why? I've never asked really, why do you have a tail? Do you know why?
Do you know you have a tail?
Yes.
Well, I guess I have a tail just as much as I have hands, just like you.
But I don't have a tail.
I'm normal.
I don't know. I mean, I know Gethrin has a tail. I think. Does he have a tail?
Or is it chopped off?
Well, they're slightly more humanoids and not a long.
Yeah, that's true. They don't actually have tails, I think.
They're like a corgis.
Well,
Just small and snow.
some do.
Yeah.
He could have chopped it off and eaten
you
it as
have
an
a tail,
emergency ration
Catherine?
or something.
This is important. Do you have a tail? You don't have to if you don't want to.
I mean, it depends on the breed of the dragon.
Do you
I
have
don't
good
know.
pedigree?
You decide.
I'm the newbie here.
You decide.
It-
You're just making a decision
Does-
that will forever
okay.
change this world.
Does your lineage have tails?
Yes, I'm like fucking Doc O'Connor in Spider-Man 2.
Who?
Wow, that's a long tail.
Yes.
That's a
You're like a
what the
gecko.
fu- You could swipe enemies with that.
Yes.
And it's an emergency
Well,
ration
I'm
in the
still-
desert.
What?
Just
It
some
grows back, right?
information.
Just let it go.
You have to speak louder.
What do I know of tieflings? I haven't.
You know, close to nothing.
I mean, I just know I look like this,
Yes, there
And I
are
know-
no. You have not found any records of people like
but
you.
I know I'm a tiefling.
No.
I don't even know that. Okay, I don't.
I guess you could have. I guess there's there's an old word for demonic
it's a birthmark.
people, tiefling, but it's like a children's story, like an old wives' tale.
And they probably
Then the
doesn't speak.
answer is, I don't know. I was born like this.
Oh, that's strange.
But
Well, whatever. Do you have any good stories? You know magic, right? Can you teach me? Catherine says I'm too small to use an axe, so I figured I should cover all my bases.
You know, if you want to learn magic, you should go to the place I learned magic.
The College of Magic?
College of Magic.
Oh, I don't know if my mother can afford that. It's really expensive, she told me. She also told me that wizards are kind of stupid and don't know the pointy end of a sword from the thing that you hit people with in the back of the sword. The pommel?
Yep.
I guess. But I don't know. My mom says a lot. I don't think she meant you, though. Are you a wizard?
I'm a wizard.
Oh. Maybe she meant you, then. Do you know the pointy end of a sword?
I don't use swords.
Ah, okay. I guess she's right.
Did you teach this kid?
Taken down by a kid. Jeez. Oh.
I was like just standing there listening to all the words. I'm like,
Old person.
She's standing just by the balcony. No one would know.
Kicker.
Flick the meat.
oh, Unger, the girl wants to know stories. You have some. don't
Oh,
you?
you're the priest.
Yes.
Oh no.
Hello, child.
Hi.
Ah, you're looking sweet today.
My mom says you don't have any proof of what you're teaching.
She's true. But you know what?
What?
Your mom.
No.
Oh, wait.
No.
Is the captain of the guards? Yes.
Yeah, I should have morals. I'm thinking about that right now. Oh. Your
Is
mom says a lot of things, but you know what? She's very good at swinging a blade.
Oh,
That-
she is, yes.
Yeah, she is.
I've seen her chop off a criminal's head.
Yeah. Has she ever led people in a prayer or to a temple? Has she ever built a temple?
I don't think she
No.
has.
Has she ever cast any spells or healed
No.
someone or performed
cast
miracles?
Can you show me?
I cannot do such things to you. I need believers to do such things.
I can believe.
Well, then perhaps in time, I might show you, of course.
Oh, Asta can do magic anytime.
Yeah. Her tainted blood allows her to. You know,
Oh,
she's
yeah.
very good at fire.
Oh, okay. Oh, what does that mean? Tainted blood?
Demonic, evil, dark.
Evil?
I walk away.
Walk. Yeah, that's very optimistic.
I leave.
You strut away in success.
Touched another child.
Are you evil?
No, I'm not. Unger is just stupid.
She's evil.
Well, you've never done anything evil, so I don't know.
I play with prestidigitation and make little sounds and little confetti.
What kinds of sounds?
Well, just instrumental.
Shut up.
I'm trying to entertain her.
You're entertaining her, okay? Because when you say I cast little sounds, like
Well, I was thinking pleasant sound, like
Okay.
flute.
are you doing that?
Yes.
Wow.
No, don't
How do you do that?
me.
Show me. But she
Yeah,
essentially she spends a lot of hours in your company, and she tells you about Gethrin some, and she tells you about this town that you've grown up in. She knows a lot. Very very knowledgeable 11-year-old. And with that, a whole week passes, and we're in the second week.
Okay.
And you, Stella, Astra. I don't know why I keep messing that up. You,
Doesn't
Astra,
matter.
are on your way home from Asher, who recently had you over for tea and to talk about the progress he's been making in the scent he's making for Stella. When all of a sudden you spot Ronan, the fisherman, just running
Ronan,
up
the
the hill
fisherman.
from where his cottage is, and he looks pale as a ghost. Oh, Astra! Thank the God of Light that you're here. I've seen there's a dragon in the sky. I saw it. My daughter pointed it out to me.
Dragon?
What are we going to do? He points in the distance, and you see something just catch the glint of the sun before it disappears into a cloud.
What do I make of that?
There's something in the sky that caught the glint of light before it disappeared into the cloud.
Wheel in the sky.
Okay, where did you see it? Did it land?
No, I saw it in the sky. You saw it too, didn't you?
Yeah. Okay.
What if it comes here? What if it starts burning everything up? Should I get some water?
No, you don't have to worry about it. The Lord and the guards will take care of it.
Oh, I hope so. I need to go to the temple. I need to pray for the safety of my family.
Every prayer comes with a coin, my child.
And the fear-mongering begins.
So, where do you head to, Astra?
About where over the village did it disappear, or outside? Far away?
It's fairly high up in the sky, so you have no idea where in location. If you see a plane far away in the distance, it's very hard to gauge exactly where it is.
Weird. I will notify the guard captain.
Thank you, my lady. And he runs towards the church that is being constructed.
Wasn't the guard captain the mother of the child?
Yes.
Yes.
So it's a she.
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought it said he. I'm hearing things again.
No, he, as in the fisherman. Ronan.
My bad.
No, the guard captain runs to the church.
I must convert. I have a crisis of faith.
Yes! And then when he comes to the temple, he's warmly greeted by a little man saying, "Repent!"
The fisherman is.
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay.
Has a dragon ever graced our presence before?
Not that you know.
Not that I know. So, it's an odd occurrence.
Indeed. And you see Ronan approaching, and he's just, "My lord, father, there's a dragon! There's a dragon approaching the village. What should we do? The great serpent, the sea serpent, he has called upon his servants."
That's a good feat. Yeah, indeed. Come in. Let's pray. Where did you see this
Up in the sky! There it is again! And you spot something actually coming out of the cloud, and there's a trail of fire behind it for a few moments before it disappears into another cloud.
I grab him over the shoulders, put him into the temple, and say, "Let's pray for your safety. You shall not be eaten. This is not that filthy sea serpent religion. This is the truth. And no filthy animal of scales can ever hurt you that way."
It's so far away and
Yes,
it's so big.
of course
What should
it
we do?
is. But you know what they say, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. And you know what? It's flying beneath The sun.
Oh.
It basks in its radiance, afraid to go.
Oh,
And
I see. We have no need to fear then, you say.
We have warriors of light. We have the sun. We have divinity. What does it have? Nothing.
Big claws and scales and fangs.
We'll deal with that when it comes here. Let's pray.
Of course. And he sits down in prayer.
I said,
puts a coin in the...
Yeah, I actually move ahead with a gold coin. I have it like plink it in because I
You
can
have like
take
a
it out
little
later.
still at the pews, like you had a little bar that you had to put a coin in so it goes up so you can go inside.
No, that's not it. It's just a coin. I have a pour box at the main entrance, of course.
He puts a coin in it.
For me. And, well, it's customary to put a coin in, any coin you choose, at any prayer. But gold is preferable, of course. And I always have some gold coins on me, and like, I put one in every time. Sometimes when it's a poor fellow or one in real need, I put a gold coin in their hands so they can do the utmost.
Indeed.
Because it costs me nothing, I'll just empty that box later.
You're terrible.
Profits.
But you pray.
I strengthen my herd. They shall be.
More people actually join you in the church. Several other people who have spotted this strange.
Yeah. I take up
creature.
post upon the roof or upon the standing stones or whatever it is I have, and keep a vigil for said dragon.
It seems to be slowly circling the island, and every now and then there's a spout of flame, but it seems to be going in and out of clouds. It's really hard to tell what it is.
Yeah. And every time I see it and I see people watching me, I like, away, away. I do some strange
And
shit.
every now and then it actually goes away into a cloud. And the people cheer.
I bask in the radiance of the sun, and they cheer and pay. That is golden.
Indeed. So, Gethrin, where are you when this is happening?
Are we back?
Yes, you're back. This is a new week.
Yeah.
What have you been occupying yourself with?
Oh, well, training mostly.
Yes. You,
Do I spot said so-called
where are you
dragon
training?
In the courtyard.
No, you are too busy with what you're doing. You don't spot anything.
Perhaps he has received a message from a local priest telling there's a dragon in the sky.
This is happening simultaneously, so...
Same day, same hour.
Do you have anything you intend to do besides training?
Not really. Nothing on today's schedule.
All right. While you're training, we will get back to you in a little bit because Astra will come into the courtyard soon. But Alder,
Yes.
where are you?
I am probably in the nearest inn, testing out their new cognacs.
Ah, yes. You
A
are,
new brand that came in just this week.
in fact, Victor, the innkeeper, the local innkeeper,
Yes.
is trying to bribe you
Mm-hmm.
with some local, what did you call it?
Cognac.
Cognac, yes. And as you're sitting there,
Yeah.
sipping it, and Victor is rubbing his hands greedily, hoping you will forget the debt, the massive debt he owes you. The door opens, and in steps Ivan, and his daughter Ivanova. Ah, Alder, good to see you.
Even, hello!
Hello. Oh, Ivanova, sit down. Put your things away. Let's have something to drink. It's been a journey. How fare things?
Things are faring very good since we last met.
See.
We have come to a conclusion in the quarry, and right now,
Yes.
trying to have a brand cognac tasting.
I heard. I won't trouble you. I'm not actually here for business with you. Me and the daughter, we're heading back to the capital city.
Oh, you are?
Yes, I'm afraid since there will be kobolds working in the quarry, I decided that we will try our luck somewhere else.
Oh, so sad to hear that.
It happens. We didn't intend to stay on the Isles to begin with, and
No,
we're used to travel.
How long have you stayed here?
5-6 years.
Yeah.
Even though I was just a cloth babe when we came here, but she's growing up quick. Isn't that right, Ivanova? She's, yeah, that's right, I guess.
Oh, it's right, I guess.
She seems not. They don't seem to be taking it too hard. We're half orcs. We're used to this kind of treatment. So,
Born to lose.
well, I mean, we're used to traveling around.
Oh, okay. So, hopefully, no hard feelings.
No, none at all. Considering what you told me were happening, having kobolds in the mines is at least one step better than the living dead.
Yeah. It's better to have the kobolds in the mines than outside of the mines.
That too.
Especially after the first
You
night of our
wouldn't happen
adventure.
to know somewhere where there's a need for an innkeeper and his daughter?
Well,
Shit.
What? Just stab him?
let's see now. I think they're in the main capital. There is probably an inn named the Floating Sparrow.
The Floating Sparrow, you say?
Yes. I think they are low on personnel last time I was there.
Oh, well, it's a start. That sounds like a great idea.
Yes.
Floating Sparrow.
Yeah. Why they chose the name, I do not know.
What kind of neighborhood is it in, do you know?
Oh, it's in the it's probably in the very common quarters, but it's the one with the most business.
Good. At least it's not in the slums. That would have been.
Oh no. I don't go to the slums.
Good. Thank you.
Yes.
Victor. And the innkeeper looks up. It's going to be 5 silver coins for the night. He just goes up to even. It's unfortunate that business didn't work out even, he says, chuckling darkly. I guess there's only so many inns a small place like this can handle.
Well, Victor, I would assume you would have better manners than to discuss business.
Oh yes, of course, Lord Adler. How was the konjac?
It is.
Here, have some more.
It has a good aftertaste. Yes.
Yeah,
It has a good taste of oak.
Good. He pours you some more.
Brother.
What?
This orc pays taxes on time. This innkeeper is an asshole.
Yeah.
Switch.
Well.
Dragon! You hear from out in the street.
Excuse me?
There's a dragon in the sky!
I'm not that drunk yet. Well then, this cognac probably has to wait for a moment. I probably have to get to the keep.
You head outside and you...
Here we go.
Oh, thank you. Of course. Do you need any help?
Why yes. If you would...
The door is slammed open. Everyone head to the church! It's safe there!
It will bite me.
And they grab their things.
I sigh a bit, and then I go to the keep, because the keep is a keep.
Indeed.
It's supposed to defend me.
Not just a stone cauldron.
Astra, you arrive at the castle grounds. You see Gethrin training out in the courtyard.
Gethrin?
Bulging muscles rippling in sweat. Wait, you don't actually sweat, do you?
Secrete something between the scales?
Oil. Stinky toad oil.
What?
That depends. Do I work like a lizard or like a
Amphibian. I don't know. Up to you. Remember, we're building a world here. Do you sweat or do you secrete a stinky...
What questions you must think
Or
of?
are you one of those frogs that, like, spit acid through your eyes?
Oh my god.
Those are lizards and it's blood.
Well, there are lots of... This is a fantasy world, man!
And what you do when you're excited, that's...
I guess some... Yeah. If I have to pick between the two.
Maybe you don't sweat at all.
Don't sweat it.
Anyways.
Anyway.
Sorry.
Gethrin, have you seen the dragon?
Dragon?
Villagers have been screaming dragon for a bit now, and there is something circling in the sky.
I haven't heard anything. Have you seen it?
I've seen some of it.
Some of
It's far away. It keeps disappearing behind the clouds.
it.
It should be around, and I point in the general
Yeah.
direction.
It's actually currently not visible, but you've spotted every now and then on your way back, and it's very hard to catch a glance. Because it just seems to be darting between clouds. It has something that looks like wings, so it's flying. But you can't tell. I mean, you've never seen a dragon in real life, so you have no idea how they should look.
I mean, I base my assumptions on pictures in books, if
Yeah.
I have come across them, or his look.
Yeah, there's a lot of different kinds of dragons. Neither of you have seen dragons. You've seen lizards that you can ride on, but you don't actually spot the thing right now. So
Gethin looks up. Mama?
Lizards you can ride on. Is that your uncle or a slave race or what?
So I'm just
there's
curious
a
what.
sudden explosion down
Excuse-
from the harbor.
No.
Okay.
Where's your church?
Dear God.
Not
Up
by
in
the
the
harbor.
hills.
Okay.
Yeah, in
On the
hills.
highest point there is. Like on a hill somewhere.
Safe.
Far away
Yeah.
from
Made
water
of
as
stone!
Made of stone. Yes.
Okay, so
Like a
sudden
cloud of
explosion.
fire is erupting down from the harbor.
Well, rally the troops, get help, extinguish the fire.
The guard captain Janica approaches you and say, "Catherine, we're going down to the harbor to see if there's anyone there who needs help. I'm sending some troops off to the church. Where do you want to go?"
I'll go for the harbor.
Right.
Seems
Thomas, take the others. Thomas has joined the guard since then, by the way. I should probably mention.
Oh.
He's training to become a soldier.
Excellent.
And he salutes the captain, and he brings some soldiers with him to the church.
I am so proud of my little henchman.
Yes. He's been inspired. And you head down to the harbor, and you will run into Alder. But before we do that, Astra, you actually spot Stella in the door. What's going on?
Stella, there seems to be something flying around the island, and the harbor exploded.
The harbor exploded?
There's-
Catherine
there's-
is sitting there.
Yeah, there's nothing to worry about. The soldiers are taking care of it.
I see.
They're smuggling gunpowder again.
Let's go down into the basement. I think it's safe there.
Let's bring father.
Yes, let's bring him.
She hesitated.
Do you have any kinds of magic to help him down the stairs?
Yes,
It's called
do?
gravity.
I have. Oh, that.
The strongest magic there is, gravity.
Father, hold this apple.
Well, maybe not. I forgot.
It fell.
Eureka.
I have something called unseen servant, but it can't really carry that much.
But he can help carry.
Well,
Help
he's
carry
old,
stuff.
weak and frail.
And do things.
Father has been very weak lately, so we'll carry him down.
Do you have featherfall?
Yes.
I mean, you can technically cast Featherfall and just drop him off the balcony.
No,
Again.
I can carry
what?
him.
Roll for succeed. Oh no.
You'll carry him down.
Together with Stella, it shouldn't be.
Richard has actually. He looks worse.
Oh no.
He's slightly paler, and there's the little gray he had in his beard is turning white. He's also quite old. He's in his late 60s, which is sort of old. 60s, early 70s. But as you move him down, he's sleeping.
Human.
But he at least seems to be sleeping restfully now. And as you're walking down,
60s.
Stella goes, Astra,
Damn.
I have to ask, from what I heard about the situation with Ludwig, he was commanding some kind of living armor?
Well,
Was
yes.
it magic? I mean, Ludwig never showed any hint that he was able to use magic.
Well, I'm not sure because I don't know what it was, but it was an empty armor who was moving.
I see. Have you
that
ever
was
seen
moving.
anything like this in your studies? I know you studied magic longer than I did.
Have I seen anything?
You can roll Arcana. See if you know anything.
Yeah.
Night Sign.
21.
yes.
Sorry?
21.
21.
That's great.
21. You have encountered stories about golems
Yes.
and...
Golems?
yes.
Golems?
Or golems?
Golem.
Golems. No.
Lots of them. No!
Golems.
Tribe of them.
Golems. And also enchanted armors and things like that. So there are things like that, yes.
So I explained that to her.
But how did he control them? He didn't know any magic.
I'm really sorry, Stella. I don't know. I was being punched in the face by said armor.
I see.
It was a
Repeatedly.
How much? I don't recall. How much did you tell them? Did you tell them everything?
I didn't see any reason to keep anything out.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I might not have been that detailed about being punched in the face, but
They had it in my
Then he hit
report
me here, and then here, and then there.
you know.
with diagrams.
Sorry, I was laughing. They're also talking about the old man floating down from the tower. Which is a funny picture.
Oh my god, it's a sign from the god!
The Lord did not die, and she
I
like
see.
ends spell.
Well, thank
Just to
you.
prove me wrong.
Thank you, Astra. I just wanted to know.
Do I have Fetfall?
I wanted some kind of explanation of what was happening in the quarry.
I could do more research about it. I can send a letter to Leyland.
Oh, please do. If they have anything about this, I would love to know. If anything, if one of those kobolds find more of those things, I just want to be ready in the worst case.
Yeah, of course, but Stella, darling, just focus on the situation at hand right now.
Of course. Sorry, I haven't seen you in a little while. I've been so busy. Thank you. You carry your father down into the dungeon, where there is quite a sizable prison, but you don't really use it that much.
Wow, you really never listen to me. Dark damn places for an old man. Perfect.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah, I'm not there.
But you hide down in the cellar / basement / prison.
I have my unseen servant magic bring comfortable blankets and pillows and stuff for father. Yes.
You do that. Meanwhile, Gethrin, you and a few troops are in rapid march down towards the bay area, where you encounter Alder, who has just heard an explosion in the harbor, which is maybe
And it's
100 meters away.
Back and forth.
Okay, no, I'm not wobbling back and forth yet. No, it's the first thing that comes to thought, like, oh, they're smuggling gunpowder again. God
Again?
They have gunpowder?
It isn't the first time they've tried to smuggle in the
There's
local
it seems to have
numbskulls.
come from the dry docks, actually, where most of the
What's it called?
interesting. Something I should have probably mentioned is that there was a sizable fleet of the Oaken Isles once upon a time, but most of those ships are now in service of the capital. So they are either patrolling the seas or they're in the capital city's harbor. You have a few warships in the dry
Had.
docks right now because you don't have the manpower to use them, and that's from where the explosions
Why
came.
is there an explosion from the dry docks? What
Good
the hell?
question. You encounter each other.
Being hello. There's a great explosion at the dry docks. What is happening? All I've heard is someone screaming dragon in the inn. And what is happening?
Well, apparently there's something in the sky that could be related to the current fire. So we're investigating.
What? Dragons?
We
There's
need-
no dragons in these parts. What's a dragon?
There hasn't been a dragon in these parts since...
You look at the
But that's-
dragonborn
is that
in
the
front
last
of you.
dragon?
No, that's Lord of the Rings.
Oh, right.
With the fireworks.
Chris, I am so ashamed.
I'm sorry.
Toby got the movie reference and you didn't.
Oh my god, I'm so embarrassed. This is the guy who last time he was in the movie, now counting Ghost in the Shell, was back in the 90s.
No, early 2000s.
Same shit.
I went to see Matrix.
And then he saw Ghost in the Shell. And that's it.
That's like 12 years apart, at least. 15.
Well,
Oh my
I saw
God.
the third. unspoken Matrix movie.
Well,
The third Matrix. Incidentally, they're much better if you see them right after another, actually. If you
All right.
Instead of waiting 2 years.
Anyway,
The docks are burning.
so I
The
am.
dogs are burning.
I am wondering what the fuck is happening with the dry docks.
Fire!
we're going down there to put out the fire and...
Excuse me.
A very thick
Me?
black pillar of smoke is rising from the dry docks.
Well, I can see if I can help. In all the good names in the town, I
Well.
guess I should help with this.
Either you tag along, or you go back to the keep to keep watch of the Lord, or you go to the church.
Gethrin, sir, we'll hurry on ahead. The soldiers just keep running because it's
Yes.
urgent.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I run. Okay. Let's go to the dry docks and see if we can help with something.
Yeah.
You hurry over and you see ruin. There is a massive fire, and the Lord's warship, the Father Oak, is no more. And most of the rest of the ships are either on fire or completely destroyed.
It was so expensive to just have it there.
Oh yes. And you know what happens when a ship is out of water for a while?
Yeah. It becomes very dry.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
And
they're
also the tar doesn't help.
no, they're pretty far from saving
say.
actually. Yeah. Meanwhile, at the church,
Told them to put it in water at least once a week.
you have quite a gathering of people.
More prayers. We need
And
more
f-
prayers.
And from your
Pray for the people who are not here.
from
Pray.
your vantage point, you've actually seen something fall onto the dry docks before the explosion.
Oh, something fall onto.
Something fell from the dragon.
From. It's not just a flaming ball of death. It's something.
Could have been. It could have been a flaming ball of death.
Well, I continue to lead my flock inside a very secure, stout, stone dwelling. That is my church.
Yes.
And I encourage people to pray more fervently.
Oh, there's almost the entire town is gathering here. There's just a stream of people.
I'm standing then on the doors,
Oh.
just leading people inside. So,
Oh no.
Thomas and a few guards arrive.
Yes.
Father,
young
how
Thomas,
can we help you?
We'll see.
How you can help me? Keep these people safe and secure. Your mere presence here as guards will help with that. Go inside, take a knee, make a prayer
Of course.
to the sky above, and the sun.
Of course.
And before you go, have you heard what Geffen is doing?
I believe he went to the dry docks.
Excellent. In to pray. Go and pray. Pray, my son. Pray.
He died.
Pray. Yes.
Right. They head inside and pray and
Instead of keeping watch.
No, I'm keeping watch.
you see actually Ivan and Ivanova.
Yeah, well, actually, I don't
Well, you
know.
see pretty much everyone.
Yeah, it's more like something. I've seen a dragon. Something from a dragon attacked. Well, where I live, I'm keeping watch on the skies
Yeah, it seems
with
to
a
be
bolt hole
avoiding...
close by, of course. With a bolt hole close by,
Oh yeah,
made of stone,
one can hope.
non-flammable, hopefully.
There's actually people are. There's this place is not built for this many people, actually, because it's getting kind
It
of
is
hard to find someplace to stand. or sit.
Surprisingly, a lot of people in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like a lot more followers than you thought.
All right, what I do? These people, they need hope, right? And I don't see a dragon anywhere.
No.
So what I do is, I say to people, all right, come on, we don't need to show fear of this. We have Geffen on our side. It's beneath the sun. It is in our domain. It is done for. We have no fear to show it. So step outside, make rings around the temple, and let's dance and sing. And
How
hopefully
do we know that Gethrin didn't bring that thing here? Patrick, the ferryman, says.
Oh.
Well, I look at him and say,
Like,
Patrick, was it?
Unger,
Have you
was
ever
it?
spoken to Geffen?
Once
How
or
can you
twice.
even think that he brings bad things? He is Geffen! Have you seen the man? Have
You're
you
saying there
spoken to
wasn't
him?
a dragon here before he came?
Well, Astra is half demon or something like that, and there are no demons here.
Way to throw her under the bus.
Did you just
Did you
proclaim
not
that
expect that?
to the whole village?
Yes. Of course I did. But you don't see them running around. and
Actually, you see quite a few people going, oh, that's right.
Yeah.
The father's got a point.
Yes. Brr, the seed has been planted.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Do you want to roll to see how many people are persuaded by her argument?
Is there a thing that's called inspiration?
It is.
Persuasion, right?
God.
Yeah. So,
Am I going
I
to have to
have-
make a
You
new
done
character?
fucker.
no wait. I have at one point, I have an inspiration. That means I can spend that to re-roll a
Yes.
dice. I think actually I should do
Oh,
that
sure,
right about now.
Sure, but you should make a rousing speech about it.
Oh, it's a natural 20. So,
You
Oh my
threw
God.
her under the largest fucking
no,
bus ever
Alright,
built.
I'm allowing the
this-
people to...
This might actually be very fitting, like David drew some time ago.
train off the rails. it
So
is.
yeah,
No,
he
I'm not-
drew a little
I'm
train
just- I'm
going
not-
off the rails
Yeah.
over a
Right,
cliff.
I'm preaching
I see
something
it, yeah.
about that because we have Gefren here. I am not saying the dragons came because of him, but because we have him here, the dragons will disappear. We have someone, an expert on handling them, and he is also blessed and touched by the sun. I've made sure of it. And, well, I stop right about there and let them assume what they want after I mentioned Astra and her heritage.
Oh crap! It was more powerful than you ever could imagine.
You
Indeed.
actually see some people start talking to each other. Yeah, we should get rid of her. And but they seem calmed. They're calmed.
Yeah, we're
They're
dancing.
united.
Yes, in circles around the temple, we're dancing and praising the sun. And once upon
And
a
damning the night and the demons.
yes, because I
Sacrifice
will
the
not.
demons
I
to
will
the
not
dragon.
go against like 50 or 100 people.
I'm in for a nasty surprise when I leave the keep.
If you leave the keep.
If you leave the queue, yeah.
However, did the sun touch you?
God damn it, Max.
So, however,
Wait, maybe I should. I'm thinking about if there's an extra thing that's happening right about when I do this. I'm spending the inspiration. For the first time, I'm getting everything to just click into place.
oh yes,
So, something I'm not aware of it to begin with, but this guy, this fucking tiny gnome, this Unger, he's walking around speaking, and one perhaps reason why people are actually just, yeah, he has a point, is that I'm gonna use an ability I've never used. It's called Channel Divinity. I can either turn undead, no one around what I know or care about, but the second ability is Radiance of the Dawn. I begin to shine like the sun.
Oh, you bastard.
And if they were evil and so they would take possible radiant damage.
Patrick
But
crumbles away.
yes,
It's so damn bright.
Actually, as you do this,
and I
you hear one of the guards. Oh, sorry, continue.
yeah, I was gonna use this as the first time that Unger actually. Oh shit! He's like more afraid of himself and what's happening right now. That is it actually true? The shit I've been saying.
No, this
And
is just...
as this happens, one of the guards yells through the door, "The dragon is coming!"
Goddamn fuck! I produced lots of people. All right, it's a buffet.
And what do? There's a wave of shock goes through the people,
I
and
don't-
you,
Wait,
men and
people,
women
wait!
wailing and crying.
Do anyone see Gefren coming?
No,
In that case, get inside and take cover. I will go fetch our legendary warrior.
you.
I will run out alone into the fields where the dragon is, unafraid because the sun is with me. And I'm screaming like a bitchin' fanatic at this time.
You head outside, just in time to see the dragon coming towards
Seriously?
you. It is very, very close. But it's flying above you. It doesn't seem to be flying towards you. And
away.
as you see this happen, something falls from the mouth of the dragon towards the temple.
it's made of stone.
and
We'll
it explodes
see.
You just killed
20 meters over the temple
What?
against some kind of glowing barrier of light. So this massive explosion, it
I
would have,
fall to my knees and like,
it would have
crap.
obliterated the temple.
alright, there's some kind of power able to withstand a dragon I've just been fucking around with. Maybe I should like chill a bit or take it more seriously.
Nah,
or
The
the
something?
dragon turns
It missed.
around and comes back
Coincidence.
again
Against the temple or me.
towards the temple.
Hide somewhere and observe this.
And it drops another, whatever it is it drops,
I
and the
pee my
explosion happens
clothes.
20 meters over the temple once again.
I am terrified. I am. Well, my pants are liquid by this stage, or I hope I'm not shining like the fucking sun anymore.
Nah, it's just the
No.
oily skin you have.
However, the bubble over the temple is shining radiant. It's like a semi-translucent gold, shimmering gold around your temple.
Uh,
And as you watch, you see the dragon fly away and away.
Oh, I
And
run
away.
back towards my temple,
away.
shouting. After a while, when it's gone a bit, hopefully it can't hear me.
It's gone.
It's like, away with you! Away with you! It's okay, you can come out now, you're secure.
The people inside slowly come out, the guards first. Thomas being at the front, and he takes off his helmet.
It's away! As I said,
We've been
beneath the
blessed.
sun we are saved.
The Lord of the Sun has blessed us. Father, thank you. You saved our lives.
crap.
And they all fall to their knees in front of you.
Get up, everyone, get up. I was merely a tool, a vessel for this. For the sun. The
Father,
sun.
bless my child. A woman holds up her baby.
I take her arms, pull the baby down to my height.
Bless my child. Oh, there it is.
They seem to have momentarily forgotten their hatred for
Yes.
Astra.
May this child be holy and never touched by darkness.
However, we will fast forward there
Yeah.
again. And another week has passed. And almost all of the ships are destroyed. There's a fishing ship left, and there's Patrick's ferry. That's pretty much all there is to it.
Crap.
Damn,
Got my-
Patrick.
Is it?
So there's something positive about this.
So it's Fisherman Gump that has the soulfish.
Oh yes, of course. No,
We'll get rich.
Ronan, actually, Fisherman Ronan. And what happens over this week is that the day after this happened, the church, almost the entire village, just goes to finish the church, build it up together.
I confront my brother somewhere in a very private room. I am fucking terrified. I tell him what happened in as many details as I can. And
Why is your crotch wet? Someone asked
yeah, I changed those clothes quite
briskly.
well when I remembered them actually.
Yes.
Perhaps they dried in near a fire. Yeah.
Your divinity dried it up.
That's how I use my god. I soiled myself, my divinity. Fix it.
Dry my pants.
Bless my child. What?
Yeah.
Brother,
Yes.
what should we do? There's
First of
something
all,
up there
I
looking at
clearly think
us,
you've
at
been-
me. How can
Clearly
we
you've
get
been-
away from that?
Sipping that brandy too much.
Channel divinity, radius of the Lord. BAM! Shining like the sun for a moment, I stop it down. Sipping brandy?
Okay. Sit down with me.
Yes. What do we do? What do we do? This is
much-
supposed to be a scam. Just get
how
away.
much
We are so fucking rich right
Of
now.
the gold have you spent to make
None.
that trick happen?
Nothing. It's not a trick. I have tried so many strange things and they work.
I am
God knows
not
I'm the-
entirely convinced by this. But yes, you are my brother, so I will accept your
Have you seen our demonic friend do this? And I'd like scorching ray into the wall. It's like a pillar of fire from my hand. Just
I slightly see your point.
do you
It's
see our
coming
problem?
around. I'm still. It's a lot to take in, but we'll see.
Do you? All right. Do you like water? And I like do my hand like this, and there's a splash of 30 gallons of water on your face. Do you believe me now? Do I have to do
quarters?
All right. I destroy the water. It vaporizes and disappears.
What is happening?
Yeah.
Okay. Lots of things are happening. This is all. Why? Why is this happening?
Because the things I thought I said was bullshit. There's some.
Wait, didn't you say our old friend had a book?
Yeah. Do you think he was fucking telling the truth, right?
Let's not speak of this
Brother,
for now.
brother,
Huh?
there is a divinity looking down, seeing and hearing everything we do. We can't get away from this at all.
So what you're telling me is
It repelled
that the
a dragon.
The thing you have
It
been trying
repelled
to
a dragon.
convince everyone exists
Exists.
actually exists.
We cannot take all the money and get out of here right now. It seems like the most stupid idea
dear.
ever.
God, brother, what have they done to you?
I like it. What am I supposed to do?
Well, you know what?
You're my big brother. Tell me what to do.
Take advantage of this.
Of course. Leave the meat. Take advantage of it.
Paralyze the meat.
Nothing happens to Stella, actually. It seems almost as if the people have given over the decision.
I'm still Astra.
He's not talking about you.
Well, no one's
He
done
was.
anything to Stella either, but Astra, you've noticed during this time that people are not saying hello to you anymore, and children are avoiding you, but some people have actually confronted the good father and asked when you're going to deal with the she-demon. It doesn't make it any better that Stella actually goes away the day after this attack from the dragon. She's missing the day after. She just leaves a note asking you to care for father. Most of the village just seems almost obsessed with rebuilding the temple or finishing the temple.
During my sermons, I tell them of 2 more places for churches because suddenly I want there to be more churches. I mean, yes, we should build better things for
Actually, people are making banners with sun symbols on them, gold and silver cloth, and they're using up their fabric to.
And I am telling them that anyone who fully accepts the sun is welcome. Anyone.
And there's actually people coming from all over the Oaken Isles are coming. They're making their way. They're using there's a few rowboats, of course, but no big ships. And
Right, we build Jonestown.
What?
We're going Jonestown with this.
And some of the farmers from further away actually ask for your blessing because they've been losing their livestock during the nights. And they're worried that there's something out there killing their livestock. But they have heard the miracle. They even saw it, some of them. They saw in the distance the blessing of the sun god.
Yes, during the day, you never lose your cattle during the day, right?
No.
When the sun shines, right?
Of course, no, during the night.
The eternal enemy of the sun is the night.
Oh, yes.
Of course.
Night.
And the sea serpent is its incarnation.
Yes.
I hope I'm saying this right.
As the days passed from Stella's disappearance, the guard and Gethrin, you're approached as well by several farmers who report that they've seen strange figures skulking around in the woods around the city, and they're worried about what's going on. Until Astra, do you do anything, by the way, during this time?
Go outside.
Well, if people are suddenly distant and cold, I'm going to ask at least Asher if he knows what's up with that.
Yes. Oh, right. And you're also sending a letter to...
Yeah, I'm sending a letter to Master Leyland.
Yes.
Also requesting...
A transfer.
No, I'm requesting books
Yes.
and scrolls and information about new spells and
Yeah.
such.
It will take about a week, or actually take 2 weeks to get a response back, because it takes 8
Yeah, of
days.
course. But at least I've sent them, and asking about the golems, moving armor, and
Yes.
Dragons?
yeah, some dragon
Yeah.
scripts.
You're actually on your way to Asher when Rosamunda, the merchant, approaches you, and she she clears her throat. Ah, yes, Lady Astra.
Rosamunda, nice to meet you.
You too, Lady Astra. I'm sure the rumors spreading about you aren't true.
What rumors?
Well, people are worried.
Yeah, I would really like to know, because people have been acting strange.
I don't really know rightly. I was in the back rows of the church, but I believe there's talk of people are worried of
The
what's happening.
church.
Yes, and they're saying you're the cause of all this, of the dragon that appeared.
And you heard this at the church?
Yes, and I've heard it more times after in the taverns. My neighbors.
Well, Rosamunda, you have known me for...
I know it's not your fault, but
Wait,
maybe you should ask your sister to address this issue. I think they might listen more to her.
Yeah, I shall speak with her.
That's actually not why I wanted to talk to you. I'm glad I ran into you. I am running out of supplies. There hasn't been a ship here in 2 weeks. And if I don't get any shipments from the capital soon, I'm afraid I'm going to have to close shop. I have no fresh vegetables. Some people brought from the farms what they could carry, but I've been told they've abandoned the farms either to build the church or because there's creatures in the night killing their livestock.
I will bring this to attention to both the good father and our accountant.
At the mercy of the gnomes.
Yes.
you would have known.
They should be able to, knock their heads together and figure something out.
Yes, of course. Thank you.
You're gonna hurt us, right?
Asher.
You're gonna burn us, right?
Asher is actually not opening his door when you knock on it.
Asher, are you in there? Is it dead quiet?
It's dead quiet.
I tried the door.
It's open.
I step inside.
The room looks untouched. Nothing's been touched for 4 or 5 days.
Did he live in that house? He did, right?
Yes, it did.
So I just search around for anything. Okay.
It doesn't look like there was a struggle or anything, but he's not home.
And he hasn't been for
No,
what it looks like for several days.
no.
Not him too.
Sorry I ruined your friendships.
However, as you stand there, you actually hear someone approaching. You hear footsteps, even
I-
not a singular.
Look out of the door to see who's approaching.
And it's Asher. And he's walking down the gravel road towards his house. And as he sees you,
He's blind.
he raises his hand. Ah! Astra! Astra, is that you?
Are you serious?
What? He actually runs towards you and gives you a hug. Astra, I'm so glad I can see.
Are you seriously seeing?
Yes, I'm seeing.
What happened?
Fuck.
Oh, I can't tell you. I'm sorry. I promise not to tell. But I'm cured. I can see.
But it was the church.
That's amazing.
Thank you. He just
So you've
looks,
just been walking around town for a few days.
No,
like-
I'm sorry. I was. Oh, I don't know what I can tell you, but
Seeing things.
I just came back to town. I've been away for a little while. Did you want
I'm
some
just
tea?
speechless.
Do you want some tea?
Yes, please. So you haven't been here? You haven't heard any rumors?
I was here up until a few days ago. I was offered a cure for my blindness, and I took it, but it couldn't be done here. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you worry. We had to go right away, and well, I'm here now.
Yeah, I'm happy for you.
He makes tea, and he has some trouble actually moving around because he's so used to orientating without seeing. It's like, oh, it's messy in here. Wow, I should probably clean up. Oh, it's so good to have a face to that voice finally. His eyes are completely red. However, you notice, like they're not the sclera, but the iris.
The iris is red,
It's
like
red.
albino.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh.
I've heard some rumors. You know them. I'm.
Well, I've heard some of it.
Of course, it's not true, but maybe you should have a talk with the father. He seems convinced.
Oh, I'm going to speak with him. Yes.
It was nice knowing you, brother.
Yes.
And I might just do that now. I'm really happy you're back, and
Thank you.
I want to hear more about your eyes someday.
Yeah.
Show me your eyes. Do they taste good?
So
Meanwhile, is anyone else doing something at this point?
Well, I am going towards my brother in the temple.
Yes. This is the third week-ish during the third.
By this time, in robes of white and dressed in a ornamental plate shining like the sun with a big sun emblem, of course, standing there looking divine and saintly. And if you look closely, a wee bit panicked.
This is all happening so fast.
I never expected this to actually work. What now?
You've heard a lot of reports about missing livestock and creatures scurrying about in the night, but
I've sent for Geffrin too, actually.
you've sent for Gethrin.
Yes, because it seems to me that I can do that now. Hopefully, in a nice letter. Please, Geffrin, could you come to the temple? I need to speak to you, please.
Assistance.
Yes.
Need help. These people are insane.
No, that's the letter to my brother. It just said.
Astra, question.
several
Did you let your
pages.
father out of the basement? That's from the chat.
He's safer
of
there,
course
damn
I
it.
did. He's comfortably back in his room.
Is he at the church?
Also,
No.
Toby and David,
Yeah.
you have matching shirts.
I know.
Kind of.
Kinda.
Your point.
Yeah, nothing. So, Gethrin, you've been summoned to the church.
Well, I go there.
People just
yes.
assume the worst of me.
It's a giant temple now. It's much bigger than it once was.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, several of the guards are here working. Most of the farmers around the Isles are here working. Craftsmen have closed shop and are here working.
The guards.
Mhm.
Guards should
Um,
be guarding.
You are
I have-
ruining
I have-
our
Well,
economy.
actually, you see Jannica is there as well. She's helping with the constructions.
Well,
My faith is destroying the kingdom.
Yes.
Right.
Yes, it is.
Finally, I get to destroy something. No,
you are ruining this kingdom's economy. Damn you!
That's
I
your
didn't
main
mean to.
concern.
It's
The money flow has stopped.
not good.
Yeah, there's no profit. Well, actually, there's stones, but there's no ship to ship
There's
them.
a lot of stone being used for building a temple
Yeah.
right now.
Actually, interestingly, that's probably where the stone from the quarry is going to.
Do
right?
I have any kobolds in my
No.
congregation?
No kobolds.
Good.
The one fishing ship still left, the
All stone is
Rowan's,
going to the temple.
is being used to transport
getting
rock
money.
and stone from
Right.
the quarry to the temple.
Somewhere I realized that I have all these people here, day in and day out. Where sooner or later we're gonna need like food and stuff like that, and you need kind of farms. And my brothers told me about like something called, money flows, and like we need stuff. So I've adapted through prayer. I've asked if this is okay. I've adapted my sermons to include that the simple man is the one who is most blessed. He should,
Give away all his treasures.
treasure is not necessary for him. He should till his land. He should plow his fields. He should do his trade. And it's like, go back to your farms. God damn it!
Your
Roll
crops.
persuasion.
Yeah. Your crops, they grow in the sun. The sun god praises them.
Yes, without you need yes.
Without
Yep, yep,
sunflowers, there cannot be sun.
Oh no!
13.
13. They
Not
nod
nice.
and they smile and
They don't
they
give a
keep
shit.
working. Once the temple is done, Father, once the temple is done,
You done goofed.
there's a
of
large
course, I
glass
say-
mural being made by the local glassblower, and it is a picture of you standing, actually choking the sea serpent, a large snake from the waters.
I bless him. I bless that man twice. Him, his children, and his children's children.
And you have
blessings.
like a Gloria around your.
I love it. I love this.
Oh no, you've made a blessed glassblower. Fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he's gonna be known throughout the kingdom.
Yep.
Yes.
Business. Wait. Business.
So
Do it.
I think I wait to my visitors, which are all free, I guess. One's gonna hit me. One's gonna perhaps help me. One's gonna
be
complain.
coming a little later because I need
Yes.
to go.
So Asta, you've been sent for by the father.
No, not
No,
sent
that
for.
was sent for. I was heading there.
Oh, you
Wait,
were heading there.
Could I send for you now?
Yes, of course. See, we're actually doing this live. Everyone is in the same room, even
Now
though
I'm
through
Toby.
Brother, you've grown a bit.
Yes.
cameras. Very well. You congregate with the congregation.
Yes.
You see a very
I tried-
upset and angry-looking Astra heading up the hill towards the temple.
Oh fuck. I.
Well, no, I don't look upset.
No,
It's just natural.
you're just normal.
Just seething.
The horns and the.
There's
glowing
fire.
eyes.
What? There's smoke coming out of you?
No. Figuratively.
Oh, okay.
I tell one of my followers,
Jesus.
bring me a white sun robe for the Lady Astra.
For the demon.
As I said, everyone who accepts the truth and the blessings.
Roll.
Come on now. Natural 20.
Of course, Father. Like you said, everyone is welcome.
Yes! Saved your life!
The demon has come to join us.
Make way for the demon! Make darkness welcome in the light!
I stop on the spot when I hear that.
You see, like the temple has grown twice in size in like a week.
That is good.
And a young man runs out holding a robe carrying for you, Lady Astra. He holds out the robe in front of and goes down on a knee. Welcome to our congregation. The Lord of Light bless you.
I'm standing there just looking at you expectantly. And you see me look you straight in the eye and like with a smile that's half plastered, half panicked, just nod. I mouth the word, put on the robe. Put on the robe.
Cleave the meat.
I pat his shoulder and walk past. I don't take the robe. I lean down very
I'm
closely.
standing high up, so
Standing on the shoulders of 2 followers, perhaps?
no. I mean like on a podium.
Oh.
I'm
They have a
hoping
little podium outside the church.
inside. I hope.
Oh, is it inside?
I
One on
thought.
the outside, one on the inside.
Yeah, well, you need both. So
Yes. Well, let's
Where
say
do you
you're
stand?
let's say you're
On a
inside the
podium.
church and you see the massive glass window that's being constructed. People are milling about, craftsmen making new chairs and pews.
Oh my god.
what are you gonna do?
Unger?
Yes, my wayward child. Step in and be at peace.
What? She refused.
In here, you are all safe.
Okay.
I think I'm going to let my emotions get the better of me.
I'm trying to save your life. But
Push me off the cliff and then pull me up.
Wearing the robes. The demon denies the Lord of Sunlight. Hear through the crowd.
do I hear that?
Okay, so Unger, you know this temple building is affecting the entire village.
It is. It brings them together.
It's bringing the economy down.
That's my line.
Are you there?
Not yet.
You
I'm-
can be if you want.
I'm feeling a twinge of
Join
pain in my
whenever
back
you
and-
want.
Screaming through the lines. That's my line! Comes in.
tosses off the robes.
This is very true. There is nothing being made, and winter is coming soon.
Yes.
There are no stocks left for food.
Okay.
Well, okay, there's some
And
because it
Sean
doesn't
B hasn't
disappear in a
even
week.
I
But
hope not.
No.
But the
wheat
larders
is
are
standing
running
there,
dry
yeah,
soon.
but the wheat is standing there, unharvested, untilled.
Okay.
Just a question. How long have those two been in the village?
Years?
Years.
Longer than me?
No.
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 Not
Could have been.
5-6 years, perhaps. I think we
Yeah.
said.
5-6 years for you,
Yeah.
since you were like 10. Younger.
So
20
2
years,
years.
almost. Oh. And Gethrin maybe 15, 10, 15?
You bastard.
10 years, I think.
Yeah.
Gethrin, yeah. So you definitely have seniority here.
Excuse me. Age goes before.
Horns.
Yeah. Yes.
Nice save.
No, but
you.
yeah, it's
Also, what have you been telling people about me?
Sorry.
Unger,
Nothing but the
Unger?
truth, my dear.
what lies have you been spreading?
The sun tells no lies. Its truth shines on one and all.
What have you been saying?
That all are welcome beneath the sun.
You're free to enter whenever you want.
Yeah.
Well,
I I
What
grab the
do
front of
we
your
have
robe and pull you close.
I give you a big hug, and when my head is close to yours, I whisper, "Put on the fucking robe! I'm trying to save your life. We'll deal this out later." Just
Lazy little gnome!
shut the fuck up and take it. Take the robe. Kneel before me and save your own bloody fucking life. We'll talk about this later, okay?
Alder has joined the building.
And I'm saying this all with a smile and very big eyes. Take the robe.
What is
Take the robe.
what
I'm
is
just- I'm
happening in this
shoving
church
You away.
right now?
Blessings.
They're ignoring you, Alder.
Is happening in this church? I am asking out loud, looking towards the crowd.
Praise the Lord of Light! Someone yells, praise him! Everyone else joins in.
Praise
in
the sun,
choir.
I guess.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
Oh
But-
God. Surrounded by fanatics. I'm gonna die.
So, I have a thing I need to discuss with the priest of the church for the incoming winter.
Yes, you need to discuss with your brother about the economy and all of this.
Yes.
It's harvest
My
season.
children,
Yes.
I need to speak with the wayward daughter and with my own blessed brother. Please excuse us, but the light's business never ends.
Never ends!
And I motion to both of you to come into a separate room where we.
Of course, the room is the room where you have taken all the donations, because people have been giving a lot of money and gold. And
There are chests filled with gold. I love this.
and old heirlooms.
I
and
don't dare touch it.
It's just stacking up gold and gold.
I go in there to weep every day.
Takes
This scam was
coins,
too
buys off
good!
the
Too
tears.
good!
You find
Right.
yourself in a room where essentially there's a lot of
Close the door, bar it, and fuck. What am I gonna do? They won't listen to me at all.
What
Do you think I want?
has been going on in this church? Why is everyone so I know there's been a goddamn dragon attack.
Yes, and it was fouled up.
Economancer. What? Sorry?
Okay, yeah. Economancer has appeared.
Yes.
And what is this?
What is?
What is with this entire room? It's filled to the brim.
Yes, with gifts for the sun. Please don't touch it. The sun
So
will
it is
know.
not blessed by the sun.
Fuck's sake, brother, you know what I'm doing. And by the way, it sees all. So
This has to probably not stop, but it has to change. Harvest season is coming.
oh, believe me,
Winter
I am
is
trying.
coming.
I am trying. They won't listen until the temple is complete. They never tell me when it's done or what they're gonna do. I just wake up and it's a new room at somewhere. They're
No,
not
they are
stopping.
using the same stone we are getting from the queen.
I don't
right?
care. They're not stopping until I don't know what. Do you know when they'll stop? Do you have any clue what they're doing?
In this pace, the kingdom will not succeed through the winter. It is. The money's not coming in. There's no sales. There's no nothings. People are just building, believing. They won't stop.
They take me by every word and use it as their own for whatever purpose. I don't know what they're saying outside of this temple. I've not left the temple in days. They won't let me.
Gethurin,
Yes.
you are approaching the temple
Mm-hmm.
when all of a sudden 3 young guardsmen and 2 young men and 1 woman. They are dragging Rosamunda up towards the temple. And just running past you. They don't pay you any attention.
Well,
Okay.
She's knocked
merchant.
out.
Oh fuck!
I
They started the reconquest.
yell and ask, "What's going on?"
It's getting out of hand.
Come to the temple to find out. She's a thief and a liar.
What kind of proof and why to the temple?
They're already gone. They're running.
Okay, I make my way to the temple quickly.
Father Unger, are you in there?
Yes, busy in here with the son's business, thank you.
We have caught a thief.
What?
She's keeping food away from us. She wants us to starve.
What? No, surely not.
You hear thief,
No,
Thief!
no.
heretic.
Oh no! I gotta take care of this. Damn it.
Wait,
Sorry, excuse me. I need to save someone else from dying. I'll be right back. I open the door like with a roar. I'm like, what is happening here?
You see essentially a mob standing around a half-finished pillar by the entrance, on which they've propped up Rosamunda with a noose around her neck.
No.
And
I rush forward to her.
okay. You are actually stopped. Like it's just so many people. You can't get through the crowd.
I use thaumaturgy to make my voice echo all over and order them to move and stop.
There's nowhere for them to move. It's just they're trying to give you room. And you see
why
Thomas.
don't I have that power?
Actually, you see Thomas,
oh god.
and he's standing next to the pillar. It's like, we are going to starve. We have no ships left. They've all been burned by the dragon, and this woman is keeping food hidden away from us. She wants us to starve.
I am making my way towards that, but I guess her voice carries very much quicker than mine.
You have all been spending your money here. Instead of working, instead of farming, instead of doing something else. You've just been wasting away in this church.
For the blessing of the sun god, yells Thomas.
And look where that brought you.
It saved us from the dragon. Did the sea serpent save us from the dragon? Did the Lord Richard save us from the dragon? No, it was the servant of the light.
Do you want a kingdom, brother? Not one like this, right? No.
This is not what I wanted.
Rosamunda is
okay.
She's been beaten pretty bad, so she's...
We need to get up there.
No shit.
Move
aside!
I
Move
ordered the
aside!
guards to let her go.
They don't
Release her.
listen.
In the name of Lord God, release her.
Well, I suppose you can roll persuasion. Or if there's anything else you want to roll.
Intimidation? Don't roll intimidation, just
In a room filled with fanatics.
that don't really
We
like
think
you
you're
very
a
much.
So
What do you
you're
say?
saying in the name of Lord Gaul.
Yeah, you know, the Lord you serve
the
and...
actual god.
No, the...
Gaul.
God.
God,
All right.
Gaul, yes.
The one who has, you know, kept his place. Persuasion, so 20.
20 all in all.
Nice.
They
They have a high
they look doubtful for a while, and then what?
Well, listen to
What
our
do we
good
get back from
people.
Richard Gaul? We haven't seen him in months. And one of his daughters, she's been missing. She hasn't. No one talked to us after the dragon attack. No one came out to assure us that things were good. No one but Father Unger,
Yes.
who promised us salvation.
And you have it. Listen to me now. That woman that you have up there. You said she was trying to have food.
She has it somewhere. She's the
Yes.
merchant.
Precisely. Can't you see she's one of the purest of you all? She's doing what I've been trying to tell you. The sun wishes you to go to the farms that you used to work on, to produce food from them, to work the soil, to till the earth, to go and fish with your ships, to make this place prosperous. Can't you see that's what the sun wants? Why do you think it shines down upon everything that grows and makes it grow? Is it... Why... I try to produce a tear at this moment. I don't know if I succeed.
Is there an
Deception!
Deception.
I don't...
Deception, yeah.
10. So I try, but it's like...
You scrunch up your face like... but you can't make
Please do the sun's bidding now! You have done enough for him in
most people
in this
seem
temple.
convinced, except for Thomas.
This temple is built, can't you see that? But your lives are wasting away, as this kingdom is. Make this kingdom the strong kingdom under the sun.
They
Otherwise you're just destroying the sun's gifts.
they look.
You're making your foul! Can't you see that?
Your words seem to move the few of them who were not moved by Astra, and they sort of shuffle about awkwardly.
You have done nothing wrong, children. You did not know. I did not tell you strongly enough. But hear me now. The sun will protect you. As it always will continue to do as long as you come and pray from time to time. The church is standing here, safe, secure for time of bad times when shit happens. In
You're
more
right.
in more diplomatic times.
And when
But
when darkness falls, who will protect us?
This place, of course, if you need it. That's why you built it.
But Lady
That's why-
Astra is the darkness.
So why is she in here? Underneath the protection of the sun. She cannot be that darkness.
But she's not evil. There's Lady Astra, will you protect us in the dark?
What have I been doing since I got here?
Oh,
Most of you have known me since I was a child.
As she says, there has been no
Would you
demons in this land since she arrived. Has there?
No.
No.
Father is right. Take the woman down.
Yes.
They release.
Yes.
Beg her forgiveness. You don't treat your neighbors like that. You're all friends. You're all
she
the same
seems
people.
out of it, so they help her down to rest on one of the pews. And
I go up to her and give her the sun's blessing, whereby I heal her, because I feel
You
I
can do
can.
that,
Yeah. It creeps me the fuck out, but she feels better.
Great.
Yep, great.
And also, the sun god doesn't need sacrifices. That's the sea serpent's business. We do not sacrifice.
right,
It is the sea
Right.
serpent.
and Rosamunda goes, thank you for saving me.
I put my hand on tiptoe up to her lips and shh. Please. This was just a misunderstanding. You're a good person. They are good people. You're all friends. Please just make your lands fertile. Make your lives easier on each other. Talk to each other more.
You heard the father, says Thomas. Go back to your lands. We will protect you. The temple will be finished in time.
Indeed. And young Thomas and me, we have history, you see. We shall go and speak.
And the people kind of mill out and
I say,
bring their families.
come back once a week to give your prayers. And come back if you need protection or cure from illness and stuff like that, I guess.
You know that stuff.
Yeah, all the good stuff.
So
Oh, dear
finally, you find yourselves alone.
With Thomas, I
with
guess.
Thomas. in the
I
church.
take Thomas. Are you guys there?
Everyone's there.
I am there, but I'm just. Thank goodness. The crops will.
So, Thomas, what do you think people should do? You seem to have an insight in this.
Well, they've been talking about creatures in the night and killed livestock. I suppose we should send out guards to the farmsteads,
Indeed.
armed men and women who can help protect them.
We should look into that, yes. But I meant
I offer
more.
my services.
They are much appreciated, but Thomas, I think I have a special special task for the most favored son of the sun. The most...
Oh,
I was
God.
about...
Please,
I say Gnomish, because I asked Thomas in Gnomish, do you understand me?
Yes, my lord.
In Gnomish. God.
Or shouldn't he not? We can roll. 10 plus, he actually knows Gnomish. No, he does not.
Yes!
Oh, thank
And
God.
yes, we have secret language. Oosh! And I say to my brother,
A divine language.
I say to my brother, I turn and say, this one is a full-blooded psychotic fanatic. You need to remove him forever, because he will lead people to burnings and mass slaughter.
Oh dear God.
Indeed.
I need to speak to the accountants guild.
Draft up a payment plan? I don't know.
We need papers for it.
We
If we cannot turn him into a bit more mellow and accepting of other people at all, we need to remove him.
I will see what I can do, brother. But for now, this day,
And
let it...
with a prayer, yes, so they know.
I did say... God damn it.
I
Sea serpent, damn it.
I bring Thomas out into the last fading light of the sun for the day. Give my evening blessing and say to him, you are the guardian of the temple, Thomas.
I shall protect the temple.
Let anyone who wishes to pray come in and do so. I must go see to things in the city with my friends.
Of course. Of course. So
We shall be in touch.
we shall have to once more turn the clock forward a little bit.
Yep.
Is
Oh.
there anyone who has anything else they want to do before we do that?
Lots of that money will go to the coffers of Lord Gaul, I do hope.
I shall include it into the tax payments that everyone relinquished give. It's like, where's the taxes? Oh, the church has... Why?
And I
No. Church tax.
do one thing
Yes.
special. I go and knock on Astra's door at one time.
One time. A singular.
Not there. No,
So knock on your door, Astra.
at knee height.
I open the door.
Can I come in?
No?
I thought you might want to have a quick word about what happened.
We can talk here.
All right. I look around, so we're kind of alone. And you know those people are fanatics.
You know those people got those ideas from
Yes,
someone?
yes. I didn't mean for it to go so far, but people needed what they needed and they took it. Well,
Did you
seven
really
trips
have
too
to
far.
involve me in a dragon attack?
I did not. They interpret that themselves. Anywho, I was just here to say that. Well, I just wanted to say that I didn't include you in a stupid sermon, but your name might have slipped once or twice in some kind of fashion that they interpreted for themselves. And the other thing is, for your own
Is
safety,
this
I
an
want.
apology?
No.
Okay.
Not
Yeah,
official.
not.
I
This is
kind of
terrible.
don't
We are
know.
alone, so and I have a small gift for you that I really hope you accept. And I bring out a small necklace of a sun. I say, wear this, and they'll leave you alone from all that stupidity. You don't have to come to church. You don't have to pray. You don't have to kneel. Nothing like that. Just with this, you convince them that you are not the evil darkness that will consume them. Hopefully.
I just back into my room and shut the door in his face.
All right. I take the medallion and put it in underneath the door, and like.
Wait, here, just fucking take it.
Yes.
Right. So did anyone else have any plans before we do a little bit of a time skip?
Puke a bit.
Well, no.
Cry a bit.
I just want to ask
Why can't
some
they
people
succeed
that I
without a god
trust,
feeding?
like Catherine and the guards captain, kind of, not those two. If they might know where Stella went.
No one knows,
No.
unfortunately.
Stella gone?
Stella went.
Yes.
She's been missing since the day after the dragon's attack.
Stella's father's alive?
Yes.
He's alive, yes. He just looks kind of...
And he's not in the dungeons.
No, he's not in the dungeons. Feather
Anymore.
lift.
At least.
She's taken out her horse, so she left. She wasn't kidnapped.
Yeah, well, she left a note.
She left a
as
note
well.
saying, "I will be back. Oh, I need to do something, but I will be back soon."
I've discussed with the guards and all the soldiers concerning the dragon attack, and seeing as the ship was specifically targeted, it could be a military target, and we need to consider that this could be in preparation for a bigger attack.
They take this very seriously, of course, since you have a history as a military commander. And where do you suggest we should? Thomas suggested we spread out and help protect the farms.
We need to scout out the farm, seeing as all these disappearances of livestock could be related to the attack. So if we could at least get some idea of what is taking these cattle, that could be a good start. And we'll go from there. We need information, first and foremost.
Very well. We will see it done. And so a few more days pass, fairly uneventful. Life seems to slowly return to normal.
Thank God.
A few people remain building the church on their free time, but farming seems to be back in order, and the farms are taken care of, guarded. No more disappearing livestock. And roughly 2 or 3 days after this event, Stella returns in the middle of the night in a covered carriage, and you only realize she's home as she's walking up the steps towards her chamber, Astra, and you hear her footsteps in the stairwell.
Okay, I rush out from my room to meet her.
Oh, Astra, sorry, I didn't mean to wake you.
Where have you been?
Oh, I can't tell you. I had to find something out.
What it was? What's with everyone and not wanting to tell me stuff?
Fine,
Demon.
I'll tell you.
We can speak in your room. We don't.
There's not much to tell. I went to where you fought Ludwig, and I just looked at the things. I just wanted to see them on my own, and they were broken, destroyed. I couldn't see anything of value, so I went back.
You couldn't have gone with guards or tell me that you were going. I mean, you were
I
there
could
just
have.
a couple of weeks ago.
I spoke with the kobolds. They helped show me the things, and they told me a bit more about them. So I'm sorry, I won't disappear again. I promise.
Yeah.
And a few more days pass, fairly uneventful again. Stella spends a lot of time in the basement of the castle.
Mm-hmm.
But she seems no worse for wear. She's until
She's not evil.
Shush.
Your best friend.
until one day
My sister.
the four of you receive a summons from Stella to the basement.
To the basement.
Yes.
To the
to the prison.
Well, that's no, that's not good.
Okay.
Well, I go there.
Yeah.
Well, of
yeah.
course,
Mm.
it's your torture chamber.
You head down to the prison cells.
I can show you.
Prison cells?
Well, to the prison
Okay.
in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
And you see that there's been locks added to the door since last you were here. You Stella, I mean Astra. You notice, why do I keep mixing that up?
Yeah.
Astra, you notice that. But Stella greets you at the door, and
Lady
come in.
Stella.
So?
yes, thank you for coming.
Does she look different in?
No, she
Okay.
looks the same. You are my father's most trusted advisors, lieutenants, if you wish. And I'm sure it cannot have escaped you that my father is dying. It's happening slowly. I don't know when it will happen, but one day I will have to take up the burden of ruling over the Oaken Isles. I am very proud and happy to hear how you dealt with the situation that arose when I was gone, and how you dealt with the mines. I have been thinking about our relationship, and I want to ask you, when I become the Lady of Oaken Isles, will you be loyal to me?
Of course.
I thought that goes without question.
So why are you asking this?
I have done some research.
What kind of research?
This doesn't sound good.
I was informed by the guard captain, Janica, that you, Gethrin, assumed that the attack on Father's ships was in preparation for some kind of attack.
It does seem like a strategic target.
And I have also come to understand lately that the kingdom of Caledon, our kingdom, is not as stable as I thought it was. I have received many letters from the different rulers of Caledon, and they all seem to express a worry about the growing power of the Hereditian Republic. Are you familiar with that land? I'm sure, Gethrin, you know what I speak. Your homeland?
Might have
Yes.
sailed past it.
Yeah.
surprised.
The Dwarven kingdom in the north tells me that the Republic extends to their very doorstep, but there are no other ruling powers in north of the sea, of the great ocean we live in. And I fear it's only a matter of time before they decide that we too should join them. So
Dire news indeed.
I have come to realize that the only ones we can trust are ourselves in this matter. And spurred by this, I went to the
Well, our faith is strong. That at least I can say.
I went to what I can only describe as a laboratory. There were more chambers in the tunnels. And the technology, because that is the only way I can describe it there, is far beyond anything I could have ever imagined. You met with creatures that would by many be called undead. But I have come to realize that it is something entirely different. What you found were tools to keep something alive, or to bring life to anything.
Reanimation?
In a way, yes. When I was exploring these tunnels, one of the kobolds was killed by another creature, and I took the liberty of bringing it here, the kobold. And I have, through my research, brought it back to life.
This is
She motions to one of the cells, and
very.
you see a shape inside of it.
What?
Have you done?
It is science. It's not magic. It may appear like magic. The pillar you found had means of mending flesh as easily as you sew up a flag. With this power, we will stand a chance against whatever forces may go against us. And I've only scraped on the surface of this.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm asking you again.
What is your
Will you be
thoughts on
loyal
this?
to me?
As
The shape snarls and it seems to be biting at something
Uh,
in
is
the
it-
cell.
Is it itself or is it feral?
The creature had been dead for a day before I managed to bring some semblance of life into it. And it would seem that the longer something is dead before it's brought back, the less of it is brought back.
Are we sure we can control this?
What does it take to make this process happen?
With enough research, I'm sure. Chemicals, ingredients, alchemic concoctions. I have barely scraped the surface of this knowledge. And
This is overwhelming. I need a moment to think, Lady Stella.
I have found things that, well, I have been very careful with what I've been doing, simply because I believe that if I proceed unchecked, there are things in these tunnels, there are things I have access to that could destroy these islands. These islands are not natural land.
excuse me.
There are so many things that I've seen and found. One could call it a large weapon, perhaps.
Then it seems we must all garb ourselves for war.
Thank you for listening to this. I'm sure this is a little overwhelming, and I will give you time to think about this. If you decide not to, I will give you whatever you need to leave the land. You're under no obligation to follow me. You owe your allegiance to my father. Astra, I love you. You are my sister. And
Follow me.
I would hope that you would see the advantage to this and the why I am doing this, but I won't ask you to do this without your consent.
You won't use the things to bring back things without her consent.
No, I'm saying I'm not demanding that you
I
do
see.
this
Yeah.
with me.
But would you give your consent to her bringing
You don't have to answer now.
things back
I-
to life?
Wanted to show you this, and I wanted to tell you what I'm scared of.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for listening.
Shall we talk more tomorrow evening?
Tomorrow evening.
We could all use a
Good night's rest.
yes.
Brother, a
Yes.
word.
Yep.
As we're walking.
I tell her that if there's anything she needs to discuss further, she can summon me anytime. Because this needs to be discussed further and explored further.
Yes. Yes.
Please think about it before you answer, Astra.
Well, you have my loyalty. I won't leave you.
Thank you.
I would like to know more about this, and I would really
over
like
life
to
and
be able
death.
to dissuade you from this.
I'm sorry. At the moment, I promised you I won't use these things unless it's to defend our land. but we need some way of defending ourselves. We don't have a fleet. We don't have an army. We can't trust the King of Caledon to protect us. He can barely keep his country together.
But whose bodies are you going to use this for? Do you think someone is going to be happy to see their...
You told me you fought against some metallic monstrosity. This does not just have to be dead beings. I might be able to animate living suits of armor like what you faced. Pun intended.
I have an idea, brother.
The sound of your voice is not soothing me.
Come, brother.
She
business.
Yes, brother.
She motions you out, and there's another door in the basement that is locked, even heavier than the other things.
No thanks. What's in
Has
here?
anyone seen her father?
Yes, he's up in the tower.
Of course, I see him every day.
Another tool I found. I'm still trying to figure out what it is.
Thank
Would
you for your time, Lady
explain
Stella.
what you know?
I don't know how to... It would seem that there is...
I don't like the glint in your eyes.
I don't know how to properly explain this. There is... You know the ether of the etheric flows. There are ways to bind this raw magic to the real world. And every living creature has a connection to it through their being. And you can kind of replicate this with the proper technology. You can create life where there is none. And you can bring life back. I'm still researching this, of course, but from what I've gathered, you explained to me that a body fell out of the container and dissolved before your eyes. I believe this is because the soul had so long since left the body that it was merely a vessel kept together through time. I don't think this can reverse time. I don't think this can keep flesh together for eternity, but I believe it can bring life back into something that is not alive. Very well, I thank you.
The gnomes leave with a bow.
Quickly.
Yes. Gnomes leave.
I saw the glint in your eyes.
Well then, brother, I have interesting propositions
Do
for
tell.
the church.
What?
As we walk out.
Yes, in gnomish.
So, brother, what would the kingdom say if we had suits of moving armor with the symbol of the church?
Why, brother, my first thought is Bale?
Excuse me?
Bale?
Who?
We.
Oh,
Run.
well, it is not a great time, and as unethical as it is, with
Let's
apparently
let's at least
experiments.
pack a getaway wagon.
Let's hide the wagon.
Of course.
Yes. What have we done?
Yes.
How long have we been here through this? And you've apparently discovered that it's real.
It wasn't my idea.
Well, apparently it was in these aisles.
Note to us, let's not do this again.
We shall see.
So, what do you think Crazy Lady's gonna do with all those not living at her beck and call? And you saw the glint in Astra's eyes. She's there too, and Gefrin seems to be the simple...
You're seeing things.
No, we're seeing truth.
Always!
Seeing what they want to see.
Yes,
course,
we
from-
see truth.
We have a different angle on life than you. Ball height. Anyway,
We can't
so-
reach to the top. We're gnomes.
no, but seriously, brother, we should definitely prepare a getaway option as much as we can. load it so with as much as we can carry, but keep in mind, if we stay, and you had an idea, so we've worked on that before. Please just bear in mind that if things start looking bad, we should perhaps just get out.
Go earlier, you mean?
Yes.
Well, we have been here around 5-6 years now.
And we should really, really garb ourselves for war now. With possible undead or dragons or magical items walking around. And on top of that, of course, a god.
So, what country are we gonna aim for?
I know, the war is up to the north, right? The dragons up north?
So we go south.
South!
South,
Yes. That's logical.
We prove our loyalty by doing good things.
Let's turn to the lady Stella right now and says we're loyal, right?
Yes.
You've been having this conversation in front of...
No, Mish, we're walking away. God.
Oh,
We've been, as we said,
so you turn on your heels
as
and head
we
down?
walked away,
Yes, okay.
I discussed with my brother.
Yes.
We are probably speaking in Gnomish.
We
because
are?
Yes,
It is
you've done that, but you
Yes.
have... Okay, so
We are not in the vicinity of these people.
this
Hopefully.
conversation has lasted for a little while, so I want to know
Yes.
what the other two members of this party are doing.
Well, I immediately asked to speak to Astra because she's the only one who has some form of information considering magic and all this, and we need to find out what the heck this is.
Indeed. Astra?
You sent for information.
I
regarding
need to send
these-
for more information. I don't know much about this.
Well, you did see Ludwig. He was probably in some form corrupted by all this. If it was his own lust for power, I don't know. But if this corrupts Stella, then we
That's
are
what I'm
under-
worried about as well.
Yeah. Good. If this corrupts her and she takes over the so-called throne here, then we are possibly looking at a war with the Dragonborn nation. And we could be facing a threat from inside. If she cannot control this, then we'll be fighting on both ends.
That's why I'm also going to find out as much as I can about it. I can't leave her.
What you could do is try to speak to her, see if you can get her to reason, see if you can get her to understand how much of a risk this actually is, explain exactly how Ludwig was acting and what happened. She needs more information and she needs to know that this is a huge risk.
Very well.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else? Or do you go to bed?
I can't sleep.
You start packing to leave, the two of you.
Well, no, I just make sure my get-out bag or my bug-out bag is where I left it.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
You already have one ready.
Of course he does.
I mean, we've been prepared for 6 years. We should probably change the rations in the bags.
You,
Yeah, make sure that most of the gold is already loaded. Or actually, should we dig it? We're former pirates. Shouldn't we dig it down somewhere?
And after the war, we come and get it.
Yes.
There's
So in the middle of the
nothing
night, there's some digging to be done.
slowly, the night turns to day.
Yep.
And around dawn,
Praise the sun.
where do you...
At the temple.
You're
of
heading
course.
at the towards the temple. Do you live there, or do you...
No, I don't live there, but I visit as
You're
much I
about
can.
halfway to the temple when Thomas meets you, and he looks absolutely terrified. No. Father, the dragons, they're back. If they're dragons, I don't know what they are.
Could you,
What?
Thomas?
The temple.
What, Thomas?
You
explain to
see
me.
a light towards the temple. and then the temple is gone.
Gone like, is there a crater or rubble or...
It's up on the hill, so you don't see if there's a crater, but there's... For 1 second there's light, a bright, blinding light, and then gone.
No rubble, debris.
No. And then you hear a sound. The roar of dragons. And in the sky you see countless of these flying things approaching the isles.
Well, Thomas, it seems like the Lord of Darkness has started aiding our enemy. We shall need to go and prepare, it seems.
There's... sorry?
Oh, just wondering if inside the castle we noticed
You
this?
hear the sound of roaring whatevers. And you see how they come flying across the sky, and a few of them just crash down into the city. And a few of them crash in the like there's in the Fairy Isles and on the Noble Home Isle, the Fat, everywhere. There's just these things crashing down into the islands, roaring and flames spouting from.
I heard to get the soldiers out to rescue as many civilians as
The
possible.
soldiers are spread out.
Yeah.
They're in the different farms, so there's only a token 4 guardsmen left in the castle.
4 guards.
So I tell Thomas to go and warn as many of the people to stay at home and hide, be secure.
Of course.
When the fighting is over, I will send for them.
As you speak, one of these things just come crashing down 30-40 meters away from you, and just before it hits the ground, and it slows down. It looks like a 2-legged. It's very hard to describe. It looks sort of reptilian. It is not a living thing, as you see it. It looks... It's made of metal, but it's spiky all over the place, and it's 2-legged. And it just turns to look at you.
It's a clockwork wyvern. Maybe?
And then it begins to move towards you.
You have experience in this.
It raises a long tube towards you.
Along what?
A tube, like an arm, but it doesn't have any appendages.
Like a cannon?
I pick up
Perhaps
Thomas.
like a cannon.
I pick up
And the light
Thomas.
starts glowing in the...
I pick up Thomas, put him on my back because I'm strong like that, and I start running away.
God damn it.
You carry Thomas like a backpack. And
Yes,
you
I carry
run.
him to safety
And as
away.
you run, there's a screeching noise, and a few meters away from you, just like dirt flies up on the ground. There's a hole 3 meters in the eye.
Serpentine!
You run away.
Zigzag.
Yes.
It's not a crocodile you're chasing.
Thomas helps you out. He
Takes the first hit.
I rolled a natural 20. I don't know what I rolled for, so I'm
Oh.
rolling to see if you dodge. You do. Thank you. You run away. And as this goes on...
Do I save Thomas or is he
You
dead?
save Thomas.
Reputation!
There are... maybe not countless. Dozens of these things are all over Oak Branch.
Oh boy.
They are crashed into buildings on the streets. There are explosions, screaming, people dying on the streets, limbs lying around. Where are you and what do you do?
I'm sending staff up to protect my father, and I'm finding Stella.
I'm
She's
heading
nowhere-
to the basement.
You're heading
Yeah.
towards the basement.
Yes.
You head towards the basement too?
Yeah, she spent a lot
Yeah.
of time there.
The
so
door is locked to the basement.
I call out, Stella.
I'm in here. What's happening?
Stella, open the door.
She opens the door. What's
We're
happening?
we're under attack.
By whom?
I don't know. Catherine, do you know?
Do I recognize
You
this?
don't- There's something familiar about these things, but you've never... You've seen something like this.
Like from
The cave.
The cave.
It's very similar to what you saw in the caves.
But it's nothing that reminds me of the Dragonborn Nation or anything like that.
No, it was a thing.
You haven't seen anything close enough to.
You're the magnet, you asshole.
Well, I tell her that I might have faced something similar before, and it took down an entire army.
Then we have no chance.
What have you found with this? Is there anything
Get
that could
everyone
help
off
us?
these island.
Just
Now.
bail.
Yes.
What about you?
yes, Our plan for yeah.
I'll be fine.
Good thing we did that in the middle of the night.
Okay,
Yes.
I give Stella a
Buried
long,
treasure.
strong hug, and
She
then
hugs you back.
I'm going to get people to get my father out of there and just try to save as many people as possible.
You.
I'm dragging you along.
You head up out to the courtyard, and as you do, well, Stella turns around and unlocks the door that was locked, and as you leave out through the castle, this very, very deep humming vibration starts in the ground around you, and at first it's you kind of stagger because there's like an earthquake going on. But you're fairly before we go on with that, Alder, where are you? What are you doing?
Well, I am probably in the beginning of this, walking around the streets, seeing things coming from the sky,
Yes.
hearing explosions happen around me. I'm going to the fucking keep. I need to find my brother.
Yes.
It's either that or the temple. Oh, there's the. It's gone.
Mm.
It's a lot of open ground between here and the temple.
Yes. So, to the keep.
The
Find my
keep.
brother.
You head
To the
towards the keep. As you do, one of the towers of the keep, not the one that the Lord was in, begins to crumble and falls towards you.
Oh God.
Roll to jump out of the way.
The Prometheus school of
This is-
running.
Yes.
Running
Running
away
in a
from-
straight line. Straight from it. Well, so
Wait, you
did
have
you
an
roll?
inspiration, so you
I
can...
rolled a 3. Do I add dex?
Yes.
5.
Brother dear,
Yeah.
perhaps it's a dex save or something like that. But anyway, you have 1 point of inspiration you can use.
Which reminds me, you have your inspiration back.
What? Seriously?
Because
Yes, your
God.
your speech.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
All right, you used one of my inspiration. Damn you. Yeah, I'm
No.
gonna use an inspiration.
Okay, reroll.
Otherwise, it's like
Reroll.
okay, 20.
A natural 20.
No.
No, okay. Yeah, you barely dodge the tower as it collapses.
My 25 feet into
You walk to the side.
exactly. I said,
Barely.
right. Turn right.
and you come up to the courtyard, and the three of you meet just as Alder, carrying
Okay.
Thomas, dashes in.
Alder.
No, Unger.
Thomas, get off me. Get safety. Brother, brother. And I say the gnomish word for... Bail!
Let's bail.
Sounds like a curse.
Aragnash!
I have a fleeting thought of learning Gnomish.
Don't do it, please. It's our only secret language.
Yannicka, the guard captain, comes up to you and says, what are we going to do? Where's Stella?
We need to evacuate.
Evacuate
Yes.
what? Evacuate the city?
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Evacuate the islands.
The islands?
We have nothing to put up against this.
What's happening?
We don't know yet, but we
going
need to
towards
get
the
people
getaway
to
thing.
safety. So hurry up, get moving.
Perhaps you noticed that the gnomes are not there anymore.
Where did the brothers go?
They left. Roll perception before they can leave.
Yeah,
Oh,
actually.
yeah.
We should roll stealth, actually.
Very
so-
well.
Nope, she doesn't notice.
Mostly because someone said the word evacuate. Brothers
Is that a 20?
What? A natural 20?
20 side die, yes.
Yeah.
I got 10.
5.
So, Astra, you notice them leaving. They're sneaking away.
What?
Yeah, we're mostly running, actually. So.
We are sneaking. in our pace.
Get back here, you cowards!
What? No, we're evacuating.
Where are you two running off to do? Do you stop them?
No, I
Catherine,
just
you hear
get
her
back here,
shouting,
you
"Get back here,
cowards,"
you
and then
cowards.
So, Atway, we're discussing south, right? That
Yes.
means the sea at this moment. It's a small rowboat with a small sail, I guess.
Yeah.
And then, leg muscles and arm muscles working in tandem. Let's get out of here.
We are sailing south.
Okay, you have already left because Catherine has not reacted. You told them
I
get back to
just-
you cowards.
Yeah.
I just called out to them.
You're running down the street, the two of you, heading where? The sea right now?
Yeah.
The harbor?
We're trying to reach.
Yes. As you do,
water.
out from an alley steps one of the things
Fuck.
you saw, and it just you're essentially face to face with a cannon this big, aimed at you, and it starts glowing inside. And then all of a sudden, you hear Ronan, the fisherman, going, "The Lord of the Light!" And he just throws himself out of a window onto this thing. He's maybe a tenth of its size, like in mass. And it just kind of like it tries to shake him off, and he has a rock that he's slamming at something that looks like glass.
Run around the thing.
Run, father!
Oh, I do, my son! My religion is
Your
worth
sacrifice
this.
will not be in vain.
And essentially, it just slams into a wall, and Ronan stops moving.
Well, he served his purpose. I run!
You run. You escape.
You.
What are you two doing?
I'm
Helping out with
the
evacuation.
Yeah.
You're running through the town, yelling for evacuation.
Yes.
A lot of people are running around like headless chicken. What do you do?
I'm using
Distractions, perfect.
thaumaturgy, or
The voice.
that
Yes.
the voice thingy to
Thaumaturgy,
try and sorry
Yes.
It's
to
armor,
try
you can
and
take it.
get people to move in the right direction.
Mm-hmm. Roll a persuasion with advantage.
That's good.
21.
21. Again with a 21. You make a very compelling argument, and soon enough, people
Don't
are
die.
spilling out of their houses to join you as you run. A few of them were going towards the temple. But there is nothing left.
It's
of
an
the
altar of death.
temple. And you start moving down towards
Heartless
the
bastard.
towards the harbor, where there's only one ship,
Oh,
and of course Patrick's ferry. And
Wait, but are we taking the only ship away?
and before you approach it, one of these things flies down and just lands gently in front of you. And suddenly you hear a voice that you haven't heard in 15 years.
Bastard.
Catherine?
Yes.
Sister.
Yes.
And
does it speak common or?
it speaks Draconic. And the glass thing that Ronan was being up opens, and your sister is inside it. And you see, with this thing this close, you see the emblem of the 31st Legion printed on the side of the thing.
What the hell is this?
The prodigal son returns. It's an invasion, brother. We're taking the Caledon Kingdom.
Why?
Why? What do you think?
Where does this come from?
Have
What
you
are these things?
I don't have time to explain that. Father will forgive you. Join me.
You're slaughtering the people who cared for me for years.
Who cares about them? The Hereditary Republic will rule the entire continent.
Catherine?
To what
She
end?
claps the side of the
you're
suit.
there,
What do you think
yeah.
about this? In the time you've been gone, we've made leaps.
Do you understand?
The thing you met in the tunnels.
Do you have a
The
spell
thing
makes
that
understand?
people
No.
said wasn't there?
Oh, who
Didn't
cares
choose
about
it.
that?
I do. I was exiled.
Catherine!
Almost executed.
Well, I mean, I'm sure Father will take you back now. You must know that we were coming. You activated... Well, something was activated.
We destroyed something.
You destroyed it? Do you even know what you destroyed?
No. We found something that someone tried to use to bring back the dead. For an army?
Discuss about this.
Bring back the dead?
Yes.
You will get your own legion if you bring this back to Father.
What the?
Forget legion. You'll become his heir.
But you said you told him you killed me?
I told Father a lot of things. Who cares? He is not going to care about that. If you
Loyalty
Wait,
towards the kingdom?
if you bring this back to him, he'll accept you with open arms. He won't even think about me telling him that I killed you.
Okay, but you need
The
to
people
stop.
the people around you are paralyzed in fear.
I was kind of
Yes.
hoping to, since they are distracted, to keep shoving the people away.
Roll stealth.
I'm not.
It's gonna find you.
Death,
Yeah.
Lady Asta. Death is coming for you.
Is waiting.
17.
Tender death.
Killed me?
Where are you going? She says in common. And the thing steps in front of the crowd. Catherine, are these people with you?
Yes, these are not soldiers. You have no need of slaughtering these people. They can't put up any
They're
resistance.
squatting on land that belongs to the Hereditian Republic.
I'm
What
trying to get
use
the
is it
people
to
to run
kill
another
them?
way.
What use isn't there? If we were to take the Caledon Kingdom, what better way to prove our mettle than to just wipe out one of its nations?
But there's no need. These people cannot put up a fight.
You rule with
Use
fear.
them
Catherine.
as... You have scared them good enough, sister. These people already have jobs. They can still provide the nation with what they need. This is new land.
So quickly, he went from "these are not your people" to slave labor.
Would you prefer to be dead?
They're basically kobolds, okay?
You make a compelling argument, brother. But the decision isn't mine to make. It's Father's. And he said no survivors.
Well,
The
then...
book.
You are standing on one of the biggest remnants of the old kingdoms that we have ever noticed. The signal that we received from here. And you can bring back the dead.
Well, in theory, there could be corruption associated with that.
I don't have time for this. Catherine, you're either with us or against us.
Well, no, I can't turn against the people who have cared for me for all these years. I need to make sure they are safe.
Well,
I prepare burning hands.
very well.
Scorched
Against the biggest dragon.
I don't
leader.
know what to do. What else to do? Okay.
She
This is a
smirks.
pressured
Yeah.
situation.
Scorch her face.
Make
I tell you, you know that I cannot put up a
I know
fight
that.
against
I know
this.
that. I know you're a sympathetic fool.
Burn the
Go.
flesh.
I never saw you.
May I bring these people?
I don't see why not. Collateral.
Thank you.
You're going
That's
to
all
regret
you can
this,
do.
Catherine. You should have joined us when you had the chance. And she closes the hatch, and the thing just flies off, fire burning out of its rear engines. Yes, but yes.
Oh well.
Oh,
Yes.
well, that went
What-
well. Nice chat with my sister. Let's go.
You are
I tell
approaching
the
the harbor.
others. That was my sister. They are invading. We need to get out of here.
I grasp my horns in frustration.
As you do, the ground beneath you, the cobblestone just... It's another tremor, and the ground starts cracking beneath your feet.
Okay, shuffling people.
You start shoving people onto the boat.
What?
And you spot Rosamunda, you spot Victor, you spot Ivan and Ivanova. You spot essentially all the townsfolk except for a few that are missing. Asher is there. He's like, Astor, what's going on? What's happening?
We're under attack. Just get to safety.
There's not enough space. There's maybe 400, 500 people in the harbor. And there's only room for 200-300.
How long is the ferry ride, boat ride to?
Get wood and ropes. Drag them behind the ship if needed.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Too late.
You see the ferry island, essentially, you see light emitting from it. Blinding bright white light. And then it's gone. The entire island is gone.
Way south.
And slowly you hear a roaring sound, and the boat is being tugged at. Like the boat and the ferry are drawn out in the water. The ropes taut behind it. The docks are just, the wood is creaking, crackling. It's breaking slowly. The water level is sinking as the landmass is being filled in with water where it once was. What do you do?
Well, we're not gonna get any more people on this ship, so cut the lines and get out.
You
Those left behind are left behind if no one else does anything.
Does the ship have oars?
It does.
the big fishing boat has sail,
And oars. And OI row.
and the ferry has oars, a few.
Yeah, people
You
need
see,
to
you
start
see
paddling.
you see Patrick holding on to Ivanova, and Ivan is standing on the docks. Are you on the ships or are you in the docks?
Docks.
Docks.
Ship.
Caps.
Surprise!
Wait, so you two are on the ships?
We ran straight for it. So
Okay, that's right.
Hiding in a box somewhere.
possibly.
Awesome.
And then suddenly
The ship explodes.
there is a bright white light emitting from the ground beneath your feet,
Mm-hmm.
and just suddenly everything is just white.
The sun.
This.
It's yellow.
And you're adrift. The small piece of land that you were on, and the boat, and the ferry, it's all adrift on a perfectly white ocean. Perfectly white all around you.
What the?
I've never seen waters like this.
We might be dead.
I was thinking something similar.
Another sacrifice? A curious voice echoes through the white space. It's been many years.
What? Sea serpent?
What has my sister's children brought me now?
My sister's kid.
Who is this? Where's this voice coming from?
Ah.
Ah, the priest. The one who turned them from me.
Oh, it is the
Why are you in my domain?
just passing through. Never you mind.
You realize that all of you are translucent.
Dead.
I am not to be dead yet. I'm not even 100 years old.
I have not seen this destruction since long before your fathers' 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 fathers were walking the lands.
In Gnomish.
Tell me, what brought this on?
Well,
Is all my
the
followers
Dragonborn
around?
Nation.
No
Just
one
us
seems
four.
to be able to hear or see anything but you, and they don't see or hear you.
Okay. Well, I explained that my people has found some ancient technology and they are using it to conquer the world, essentially.
I see.
Okay, your people. Yeah.
Well, what are you going to do about it?
Whatever I can, but at this stage, is there anything I can do?
You see suddenly forming in the white, there's like a shift of light. And a face so large, it's almost impossible to tell where it begins and where it ends. You recognize this face, Alder Unger. But it's much bigger than the serpent that destroyed your ship.
Yikes.
You mean to stop my sister's children then?
Well, all this death and destruction does seem wrong in my eyes.
You are not wrong. I agree with you. And so would my sister, was she still alive. What do you intend to do?
Are we alive and do we have choices?
Alive? Dead? It matters little to me. But you are a follower of the light. The burning,
Yes.
bright, cold and hard. Would you walk to your Lord? Be by his side? Or would you turn to me in this time?
Well, that's not really a choice, is there?
It is.
What would you have of me? More in a voice like, what would you have of me?
Like my nephew said, I don't wish for this destruction. It has stirred me from my slumber, and I am unhappy with this. I am unhappy with what his kind has done to their heritage, and I would have it cease.
What can we do
And
to
you?
help?
I can give you back your life.
Well,
I can give all of these back their lives. What say you, daughter of the flame?
Knew it.
If you can bring all these people back alive,
I can.
I'll do anything.
The Circle C is broken. The nations that were once allies are enemies. And exploiting that is my sister's children. To stop them, you will need to bring back what once was.
Do you speak of the tools they are currently using against us?
I'm speaking of course, the power that every living being has within themselves. One cannot do much against an army. But thousands upon thousands may. And my sister's children's tools are not as powerful as they seem.
Do you know how we can stop them? Is there any information that could aid us in this quest?
Seek out my siblings. Wake them like you woke me. And perhaps they can help.
Well, the light will guide us, I think, in this.
Would you like to see your god?
No.
A wise choice. Faith is sometimes better than truth.
As you say. But aren't we just delaying?
Delaying?
Shouldn't we be, as you said, alive somewhere else and starting to work against those evil things?
Of course. I shall send you where you next need to go.
And where exactly is that?
I never thought I'd see you two again. You wake up on the deck of a ship,
Whoa!
and standing
The
above you,
first word I utter is utter bitch.
Captain Sao.
Captain Sao!
The gods have granted me another chance.
Are we there as well?
Yes, and we'll end the session
Yeah.
there.
All right. Well, you get an opportunity to stab her again.
You got a second chance?
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
A second life?
No.
Second life.
Not a great.
God of Light.
God, no! That is not a god of light.
Okay.
That is a god of darkness.
Thank you for playing.
Yay.
Yeah.
It was fun.
A
Thank
lot
you.
happened in a very short time.
You.
I mean, an entire nation.
Hey, they won't remember you're evil and corrupt. They're gone. They're dead.
Well,
I
won't
love the
forget, you
situation where it
treacherous
was-
little liar.
Like, oh yes, Unger, we finally got off the shore. Where